Going for the knife kill.
He's gonna get it again.
Yes. He gets the knife kill.
Oh my God.
Gerald with the shield.
Wow.
Lamello getting out with blasters on a killing spree.
Getting right into the action with the Doomfist here. Making
one Doom punch.
Welcome back into the Ball State Esports Center for the fourth time this week. Fourth time in
Is it your fourth time today?
Not
today, but this week?
No, it's only my second time this week.
Okay.
We had Monday, Wednesday, League of Legends, Tuesday, today for Overwatch, and I think we have League Saturday as well. I could be wrong there. I know we have 5 this week. Regardless, welcome in. My name is Austin, a.k.a. Gare Bear, a.k.a. The Sandwich, or whatever else you prefer.
And my name's Zane, a.k.a. Pokey Penguin.
And we've got some great Overwatch on deck for you tonight. Just like Tuesday, of course, Tuesday was quite the slobber knocker. 3-2, Ball State pulls out a very, very tough and very, very hard-earned win over Ohio, who really gave them their first challenge of the season.
Yeah, especially with like I've only casted the one game before this with Ethan, and that game was like so quick, just immediately like 3-0. So to see, like the 3-2. That's tough, yeah. But I'm glad we pulled it out.
And I think they went to 3-1 earlier in the year, in that very first match when they were on the ESC stream. So this was the first time they had dropped a round since then in like a month. And then they turn around and they drop 2 to Ohio. They're down 2-1, and they storm back and finish off the series.
Wow, man.
I mean, I still have that round 3 flashpoint ending in my mind. That I've never seen an exchange like that in Overwatch, let alone collegiate Overwatch.
Yeah, it's crazy what our boys can do. Yeah.
It really is. I mean, this is a special team. There's a reason why they won the championship last year, and there's a reason why they're on the hunt for the back-to-back. But they can't get to that without playing the season. And wouldn't you know it, there are other games going on tonight. How about we go ahead and take a look at what's happening around the ESC tonight? We got a little Bowling Green versus Kent State. Yeah, this is looking like Tuesdays.
Yeah, that is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and
see, so then I'm guessing who won the Battle of Michigan? You had the Central versus Eastern Michigan, and then that Miami versus Western Michigan game, which I'm sure we can both predict how that went.
Yeah.
Miami is a very good team, and Western Michigan has not had the best season up to date. So take with that what you will. One team that has had a great season up to date are these Ball State Cardinals. Beat Ohio Tuesday. We've already talked about that. But Ohio, a great team that I think we will see again in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I would not count Ohio out.
But tonight, Cardinals are facing Northern Kentucky. And I do have word that we are going to be seeing some new faces for these Ball State Cardinals. And I have to tell you, I'm excited. With how good our varsity team is, imagine how deep it is as well.
I'm wondering to see, exactly like where the line is going to end, if it ends at all. Because tonight we are going to see some of our members from our black roster playing. Believe they're playing one game. They might have a sub in a player for one game. But here we go. This is our black roster right here.
And like we said, some new faces. You got Jobobbers, Cashless, old Colin, Ricky, Crow. Brady was making a big deal about it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Flex DPS.
I think I said about $30.
Yeah. Crow and Bear, Zombie. Someone not listed there is Siegmeyer. We might see them as well tonight. But that is probably a lot of the new faces that you will be seeing tonight. And let's go ahead and take a look at the boys in black that are typically up there on the stage. Our varsity roster. I mean, you have Ninja. You have... Hold on. Let me see if I can get it from top to bottom here. Top to bottom in order.
No graphic.
Tank, you have Spencer. And then your flex DPS, you have Ninja. Main DPS, you have You Can't See Ghosts. And your 2 supports are Raven and Yakester. Except I think it goes Yakester, then Raven on the graphic.
Let's see the graphic. Let's see the graphic. Let's see it.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my gosh, yeah. You got it exactly right. You even got Yakester coming before Raven, yeah.
It's almost like I looked at this already this week and every week in the past.
Yeah. It's like you do this all the time.
I know. It's almost like I've done this for 3 years, almost calling the same exact team. But, I mean... And that's just how short of a time Ball State has made a splash onto the ESC is 3 years. And they've had their first conference championship last semester with this Overwatch team. went to the conference championship for Rocket League, lost to Akron, lost to the Zips, but we did beat them in CRL, so we kind of beat them when it mattered, which is all that matters to me. And then our Valorant team was undefeated all the way through the year, losing in the tournament, and we turned around, and both of our spring games are also undefeated, to my knowledge, as of now.
I mean, to my knowledge as well, they're still undefeated, which, looking good. We got, was it second or third in the tournament for Valorant? It's third, right?
I can't remember if it was second or third. I know we lost somewhat early on. I want to say it was probably second.
Second?
Or third. I think it was probably third.
But, I'm hoping, we can prove ourselves again next year, going up number 1.
Well, that is next year, but we can't get ahead of ourselves.
For now, let's focus on this Overwatch game.
How about we focus on the NKU roster, the Northern Kentucky University Norse. I think that's a great mascot. The Norse, you can have a Viking, all the Vikings helmets, the horns, all of that. But we see some interesting names here. How do you want to pronounce that first one? We need to get that out of the way very, very fast.
PVYT sucks. That's got so.
I think
PV. Just want to do like PV sucks.
Well, no, because then it sounds like we're saying the dude sucks.
That's true. We could just do sucks. Sucks is.
I feel like that would lead to a lot of interesting Twitch clips.
Then we could do PV.
We'll figure it out. Probably just call them by the character that they play. That's probably the safe bet. And then we got Place, Sleepy Star, Misplay, and Twinkle Toes. A little bit of a symmetry there from the Sleepy Star and Twinkle Toes.
Yeah.
A little Astro-themed. You and I talked about this beforehand. The characters that are on the screen, I don't think that's who they main, but if we see a Lifeweaver main today, it makes up for everything. All the wrongdoings that have happened in my past are absolved in the eyes of me if we get to see a Lifeweaver live here tonight.
I hope we get a Lifeweaver. If we get a Lifeweaver, I might be out of the chair. I might be around the room.
I might have to go
crazy
up there and play, just to get the opportunity to play against a Lifeweaver.
Yeah. If a Lifeweaver shows up, then immediately we're on the bench.
Yeah, no, someone picked. Actually, no, they were like scrolling through heroes, and you can see it, and it popped Lifeweaver for like a second on Tuesday's stream, and I was like, oh, there's no way. And of course, they switched from it immediately, which. We don't even get to see Lifeweaver teased at all, period.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly where Lifeweaver is considered competitively. I know it's not good. But
yeah, I can imagine not too well in the competitive scene.
But that makes me want to see him even more.
It really does. I just want to see what they would be able to do with Lifeweaver.
Yeah.
But, I mean, NKU not had the most fortunate season.
That's true.
Now 0-5. They're going up against this 5-0 Ball State team, coming off a hot win against Ohio.
Yes.
So I was ready to say, where do you see NKU kind of falling in here? This is a perfect time for a trap game. You had a really close game last game.
True.
Ohio showed how they can take rounds off of you. Did NKU learn anything though?
That is true. Yeah, because. From their stats, I'm inclined to say that no, that I'm expecting, just a clean Ball State victory here. But, I mean, if they were really watching, really paying attention, anything could happen.
I mean, it did kind of seem like the script to beat Ball State was being wrote, and then they kind of ripped it up and threw it away themselves. But we talked about a lot this Ohio game from Tuesday. How about we go ahead and take a little look at it?
I think that's a great gravitational flux, whatever it's called.
Gravitic flux.
The gravitic flux is what it is. Spencer going one-on-one with the Sigma, trying to find it. Transcendence comes out from Yakester. It's going to push Ball State, give them a lot of room to do some damage here if they can. And there's the damage there. Crazy Man falls. Braun James able to find a pick on Ninja Killer 5 beforehand. Fresco Ravens trying to find 3. Spencer picks up the 4th. That's Ball State team kill.
That is just, like, to me, that is one of the most aggravating things, because at that point, you know you're just getting outplayed, and there's nothing you can do about it. But Ohio, as good as they are, they won't stand for it. They can't get out, and they will. But you can't see Ghost is going to shut down the Sojourn, and that's going to hinder their progress a lot here. They need to fall back.
When you take on the responsibility, great power will come. One of my favorite quotes from Madam Web. Such an awesome movie.
4 ults here for Ohio, probably looking to drop them all this team fight, because this will be the good Sid ult there from Yakester,
wow.
snatching life from the jaws of certain death.
Do as much as he can to save there. That's Yakester with a fantastic transcendence. You can't see Ghost finds Ekasor with a
You can't see
wonderful
Ghost,
shot.
and you aren't going to see that
And
bullet
there's
going
a
straight
bomb
through the eye.
through the middle of Ohio. That's going to take out Dexter Pippin. Every time I say it, it just gets funnier.
Yeah, so Ball State holding. Oh, they almost got it. They almost got overtime to fall out, but Tracer barely gets on point once again. So
Wrecking
close.
ball.
Wrecking ball. And they do finally get the point
Finally,
here.
wow.
Ohio's probably still feeling pretty fergalicious here, though, being up 2-1.
Pretty fergalicious. That's awesome.
I feel like all the other schools are good at one and not the other, and vice versa.
Okay, random fact from the back room. Muncie is one of the biggest salmon imports in the country. Not in the world, in the country. One of the biggest salmon exports in the country. I have no idea what that has to do with volleyball.
Where are they getting that salmon from? The
White River?
I know they were getting it from the White River. Come
We
on
are
now.
the salmon capital of the world.
Of the U.S.
Of the U.S. Of the world. I'm saying that now. Oh, what a good ult from Ninja Color Fry. LeBron James can't handle Tracer. Crossed out.
Someone go clear them ankles off the battlefield. Because they've been snatched.
They got Tracer Holman. Oh no!
So you could easily go with one of the other big
You
three,
could.
like Bosch or Wade. Nah,
Yeah.
you're going deep in your bag. The one-time NBA G League MVP.
Oh,
man!
What a save!
save!
What a save! Yakester almost gets knocked off, showing off that
It's Morbin
that
time for
S
Yakester.
list. And it looks like Ghost switches. He's gonna switch to the Widowmaker.
The broken Widowmaker.
Well, I wouldn't be too.
With the update, yes.
That's true. It's still,
I would not have been surprised if that was true.
I was waiting. Oh my gosh!
On the dome!
Crazy Mane's trying to find his way back.
They
He's
jumped
gonna
him.
make Bugs.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
gone. Spencer finds 2. This could be for the win. The spawn is right there. They just need to
That's
keep
it.
them at bay. Team kill. Ball State wins the series.
Welcome to the salmon exporting capital of the U.S.
Yeah.
No, I actually was interested in that. I went home, did a little research, and apparently there is a lab, like
There's a lab?
10 miles north of Muncie that genetically engineers a superior mutation of salmon.
That's messed up.
So like they grow faster, and they have more meat to eat. They're just overall better, but they not grow them. I guess that's where they live, and then they eventually export them out, but
Are they like born there? Do you know?
yeah, because they're basically like it's like a selective process. Like they have like one really strong gene or like strain, and it'll just keep reproducing in other salmon.
Huh. I didn't know that.
I didn't either until last week, and Tuesday, I guess. So I went home, did a little research, and turns out we do have a lab that just. I like to imagine that they're growing salmon, but
Yeah, I like to
like
imagine
a little
they.
tube, and it just.
I like that they invent. I hope they invented like a plant that grows the salmon. Like that's how science works. they just were like, yeah, we just invented this plant that grows fish.
Well, Ball State is the volleyball capital of the world. So why doesn't Ball State Esports take a field trip to this salmon export of the country?
This would be perfect.
A little educational field trip for the Ball State Esports production crew.
We should move the desk there, and then we could have.
You want to have a stream from the genetically engineered salmon lab?
Hear me out. We have all the players still here, all in their spots, but the desk is at this salmon factory, and then we could just have like a bunch of salmon in the background.
A little fishing stream.
Oh, we could. Yeah, we just get fishing poles like casting them out.
That's what Trinity said. She said Stardew fishing, which I love Stardew fishing. That's my favorite thing to do in Stardew. So
I've only played like a tiny bit of Stardew, like not enough to like give any opinion about the game, but I've heard that the fishing in it is like kind of controversial because like either people hate it or love it.
I loved it. I did the like you go through and you catch all the normal fish and then open up the legendary fish. You catch the legendary fish and then opens up a higher tier. I was going through and doing all of that, so I had to enjoy it somewhat to spend that much time. I guarantee you, almost all the time I have on Stardew is just fishing, because even when I don't farm.
I don't farm.
I don't do the concept. I don't. Yeah. Well, I'm normally on a like server or whatever with other people, so I let them farm. I'll go fish.
Sounds like a perfect plan.
It is. I bring in that extra income. They pound away at the beets or carrots or whatever it is. I don't even know.
You better hope they don't find that plant that makes fish.
Oh, for real? It's game over for me. I mean,
you're out of the business.
Then I'm never leaving the farm. I'm staying on the farm.
Yeah.
But who is probably going to be the head of the conference and hopefully leaving this season with a championship? Ball State Cardinals. Mere minutes, I'm assuming. I don't know what time it is. I don't. Half past Freckle.
I'm being told from the back that we got to go over the box.
Oh, we do have to go over the box. What am I doing? So as you can see here in the middle of the desk is a thing, maybe a box called.
I don't know if that's a name.
I can't see the front, so I don't know what it's called.
There's stuff written on the back, but it's upside down.
Yeah, I can't read that either. I don't know what it's called. I'm sure you guys can see it, but I'm gonna call it the box.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty unique name. I don't think anyone else would call it that.
Yeah, it's like naming your cat Kitty or something.
Yeah. Fun fact: when I was a kid, my like stuffed animal as a kid was a tiny rhino that I called Rhino-y. And yeah, that's just fun fact. And I followed that with every single stuffed animal as a kid. I had a penguin that I called Penguin. I got a second penguin who I named.
Did you name it Pokey?
I didn't. I named it Penguina because that penguin was a girl.
Gotcha.
Bean Boozled.
See,
perfect intro. Perfect cutaway.
I did it Tuesday.
I still have to do it.
I was told I could either do it Tuesday or Thursday. I did it Tuesday, so I don't have to do this. But to share your pain, I will.
You'll do it with me?
I'll do one with you.
Okay, so this is, you shouldn't speak before you know, before you got here. I was told you ate 3 on Tuesday. So I said, we got to take it up a notch, and I was going to eat 6.
I'll take a handful and just throw them in.
That's honestly what I was thinking about doing, but I was going to spin for love of the game.
Yeah, we might want to move that.
We could put the nice Bean Boozled box up here where we spin.
There we go.
Do we want to just we could each take 6 random ones?
I'm fine with that if you want to.
Honestly,
well, let's do one spin and then we'll just all at once.
Okay. That's strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish.
Dead fish. Dead fish tastes like chili.
Tastes like chili?
Because I got the dead fish one and it literally just tastes like chili. Like, I'm not even lying. I wish I was lying. I don't know how it happens, but it does.
I hope I can taste the gene. That's
maybe the super salmon dead fish gene. Maybe
it makes it taste like chili.
Maybe it'll make you grow 2 times faster.
I don't need that.
You'll be like 8 feet tall by Wednesday of next week.
That'd be so funny. Because if that happened to me, I would not mention it. Like I wouldn't be like, guys, guess what? I grew.
You just go gaslighting everyone thinking they're crazy. What are you talking about? I haven't grown at all.
Are you okay?
You might want to go get checked.
Yeah.
You might want to go see your optometrist. You might want to get your eyes checked.
Okay. I try either what is it? It's either strawberry.
Yeah, strawberry smoothie or dead fish.
Okay. That's a strawberry smoothie.
All right.
That's a strawberry smoothie.
So I was 1 for 3, on good flavors. That is. I got almost all bad flavors. So
I feel like that always happens with Bean Boozled. I think this might be the first time I've ever gotten a good flavor.
That is berry blue or toothpaste. It was like right on that line, a little closer to. So like I said Tuesday, I've eaten in a small tube of toothpaste before. So if it is toothpaste,
Yeah.
that may have ruined toothpaste for me for about a handful of months, but it made my friends laugh. So in the end, it was worth it.
Can I ask when you did this?
I was way too old to be doing it.
Okay.
I'll say that.
This wasn't, but it wasn't like last week.
No.
Okay.
This was like high school.
Okay.
Berry blue, by the way.
Berry blue, nice. Bananas or strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish again.
Nah, spin it again.
Spin it again.
Get
okay.
another one. If it lands on it, then it's fate. But
that's berry blue.
Yeah, toothpaste or berry blue.
Hey, I think that this might be the last berry blue or toothpaste in here.
No, there's one more.
Or one more?
I don't want to go fondling everyone's bean boozled though. I'm not gonna.
Okay, this is definitely toothpaste, but like I'm fine with this. Like,
yeah, I don't.
Toothpaste is the worst bad flavor because like I put toothpaste in my mouth every day.
Well, I also think. Oh yeah, that's probably the worst one. I was looking around here and there's not a lot of winners. I gotta tell you, that's.
Yeah. Here, there's one here. Got liver and onions, old bandage, toothpaste, rotten egg, barf, stink bug, dirty dishwasher, booger, stinky socks, and dead fish.
Yeah, so this is either birthday cake or dirty dishwater. See, here's the issue. They make these look almost the exact same, so I don't know if this.
You really cannot tell if they're the good ones or not, usually by looking at them.
Well, I meant just like the jelly beans themselves. Like this looks like 3 different ones. I think this is it though. It's got the smaller speckles on it. Can't smell it, which I think is crazy. All right, that's birthday cake.
Birthday cake? Nice, man. I got Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks.
That Stinky Socks one sucks.
It does?
It sucks.
Okay.
That was one of the bad ones I got Tuesday. It hit my mouth. I chew into it, and I spit it out immediately, or else I would have.
Oh, okay. Is this it? I think this is
that's
it.
what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, half of them look the same.
There's a barely red. Well, in the picture, there's a lot of red, but the blue spots make
So I look for spackles. So, like, you see how this is smaller? Those are the big ones.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, the spots on them?
Yeah, but this 100% is it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
One of the Stinky Socks is already gone, because I ate it.
That's Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti.
See, why does everyone have such good luck? And Devin didn't get a single bad one on Tuesday.
He didn't?
Out of 3 of them, not a single bad one. I got 2 out of the 3 were bad ones.
Where's Devin? Get him here right now.
For real.
Probably too busy at the salmon factory.
Probably the salmon factory.
Putting in an extra shift.
Putting in his 9 to 5 at the salmon factory. All right, let's go with. It literally keeps landing on the same 2 in this corner. All right, that is buttered popcorn or rotten egg. So this will probably be my last one. That way I have matched what I did Tuesday and I don't feel bad about you eating anymore.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm praying that this is buttered popcorn because I don't want to cast the rest of the night with rotten egg in my mouth.
That would be horrible, yeah.
It's rotten egg.
Is rotten egg? I got some water here if you want
I got my
some.
own water. I trapped it under my tongue. That way I don't have to taste it. But I know the second that I'm...
Here, I'll let you talk about... Are you good? Are you okay? Okay. I was about to be like... I'll let you talk about the game while I continue to eat these, but I'll just continue to eat them and talk about the game. So our first map is Arctic Peninsula. Peninsula. I can speak.
I got down.
You got down?
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So we saw Arctic Peninsula for the first map on Tuesday as well, which we hadn't seen.
It's broken. My next one's Toasted Marshmallow or Stink Bug.
Carlos said that is the worst one to get wrong.
Okay. Carlos, Please, give me the. Bless this bean.
Bless this bean, brother.
Stink bug.
Yeah. What's it taste like? Give me in-depth analysis.
Okay. It tastes like rubber. It tastes like I'm chewing on like those old kickballs in like elementary schools.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm chewing on that. And because we're going to game, I'll stop there. I won't do this. Actually, no, I'll take 2 random ones because I said I was going to do 6. You know how some people get like moments of weakness?
I think I can smell that all the way over here.
That's not good.
Yeah. It does not smell favorable over here, I can tell you that.
Doesn't taste favorable either.
I can't. Yeah.
Here, I'm just going to spin twice, and I'll take those because we are about ready to get into game.
Toothpaste or berry blue. So go ahead and take the last one there.
Okay.
Oh, birthday cake, dirty dishwasher. I'll let you do that. I'm not gonna make you get 2 different ones, especially since the game is kind of waiting on us at this point.
we can go to game. I can suffer in silence for a little bit while I eat these if it's that bad. But I'll power through because I'm gonna take both of these at the same time.
Absolute trooper.
I love my country and I love these birds.
So I got 3 words for you. Gentlemen!
Start your engine!
By far the best cadence in all of motorsport. But since we talked about it, Arctic Peninsula, it's not a pick that a lot of people pick. I mean, we hadn't seen it all season until last week. Ohio picked it. So let's say Northern Kentucky got to pick the map. They picked the map that Ohio took a round off of Ball State on. So maybe they Maybe they did learn a thing or 2.
Yeah, maybe they did, and it seems like Ball State might have not because right now we have a life weaver.
Oh,
okay,
no!
but
Raven, come on now.
Raven, please.
Raven, come
please,
on now.
Just for, like,
Raven, come on. There's no way you pick Life Weaver and tease it without listening to the stream. All right.
An update on the beans. The blue one was berry.
Are they a little zesty? Beans are a little zesty.
little zesty. You could describe it like that. And the white one is dirty dishwasher, but stink bug's worse. So I think I'm fine.
I can also smell the dishwater one from over here as well. That's not because of you. That is just because my nose is ungodly sensitive. Just like
Ash right there,
well,
2 shots.
I was gonna segue it into something, and everything that was gonna come out just sounded like it was gonna be in a bad tone. So I decided not to.
I got you.
But something that Northern Kentucky should probably decide to do is maybe make a switch or 2 here. They lose that first team fight, they lose the point. And that first team fight, that initial team fight, is so important, especially to Ball State, because of how aggressive they are. They will get that point, and they will push off of it and push you all the way back to your spawn if you aren't careful.
100%, yeah. And especially right now, it's not seeming to be going really well for Northern Kentucky. We already got almost 30% up on the point, and Sleepy Star gets killed. Just Twinkle Toes falls right after him.
Decent ult there by the Tracer. Doesn't get anybody. He's going to have to retreat back off of point. Something else to point out here, all of the damage and tank are from Ball State's black roster. Raven and Yakester sticking with their normal support. Cashless and well, never mind. You can't see Ghost also.
Yes.
It's kind of snuck in there. I was just kind of doing a quick sweep. Didn't really register. So you can't see Ghost is also on the normal varsity roster here. But we got some subs in here on tank and DPS with Jabobbers and Cashless on the Tracer. Junker ult goes out there. Gets a lot of them. That's going to pay dividends for this Ball State team. They're all trapped in this corridor. And this is a terrible spot to be in if you're Northern Kentucky, and there's a team wipe, a team kill, a team elimination, a team whatever you want to call it.
We're not even done with the first point, and we already got a team kill up on the board. You know, right now it seems like Ball State, we don't even have the full main roster, and they're already putting up numbers.
this NKU team, I don't think they're going to take too kindly to that as they push out here pretty far, probing this Ball State defense behind the guard of Diva. They do get 3 picks there, but they do have to use almost all of their ults to do so. 2 ults left. Kiriko ult goes out. I guess half of their ults. Genji's isn't up yet. Kiriko and Soldier ults both go out there. Great pairing between them because the Kiriko does, in fact, speed people who are in her ult as well as the fire rate of whatever weapon. And Soldier is kind of an aimbot, so you're pretty much firing like a Gatling with aimbot on.
Yeah, it turns Soldier into Malga, kind of.
Pretty much.
A way.
Might as well throw Wrecking Ball out there. Which we saw a lot of last week. We aren't seeing any this week. Bob does go out talking about robots, and he is sitting right on point. That is a great spot for Bob. He has all kinds of cover there.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter what side they're coming from. It kind of forces all of Northern Kentucky right here in this back spot, which right now they're going to use that Diva ult to try and get Ball State out of there. But they're right back there to it. Misplay's going to fall, but you can't see Ghost getting a kill onto Twinkle Toes after he gets a kill on the Ixer.
Diva out of her mech here on point. All but a foregone conclusion at that point.
Immediate death. And looks like Ball State's going to take this first objective, but I don't hate the, what North Kentucky put up here, getting up to 58%.
I don't either. It showed, like I said, we haven't seen Antarctic Peninsula. We saw it last week against Ohio. We see it again this week against Northern Kentucky. Last week, I think it kind of threw Ball State off. That might be a map that they don't play a whole lot. That's why Ohio picked it, and here it is another week. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And here we are 2 weeks in a row, same map, and Ball State, different outcome this time. They take the first point.
And we're seeing, we're seeing 3 switches right here. Raven switching to Moira. You can't see Ghost switching to Reaper. And get a May here as well.
And this is Ball State at their best. When they're having fun, they're loose, and they can play what they want.
And here, not a lot of changes from Northern Kentucky. We did see a Reaper change, and that Genji, I wonder if he's going to switch out once he sees the May and the Moira. But here, right now, immediate team fight. Sleepy Start is going to fall to Ixer. Ixer's going to get another kill onto Place, or Raven going to kill onto Twinkle Toes, and just like that, Ball State has taken the objective. And I wonder if we see, and they're already pushing straight back up, getting Diva pretty low. And you thought, gonna have to wait for the team to catch up right there.
Yeah, opposite from the first point, Northern Kentucky coming out getting 10%, 11%, and counting here. And you may have seen the colors change up there at the top. They are still on the left and on the right. The top of the screen is fine. The graphic is fine. It's just the game that is a little colorful, you might say. But Ball State battling back here after losing that initial fight on the point to just try and regain here. Reaper ult goes out, gets 2 with the assist from Yakester and Cashless. Cashless does have their ult, so does Raven.
And just letting this Diva live.
And that's 2 ults paired together. That could be really, really tough. You just have Moira's ult, which you don't typically see Moira in comp, so her ult is basically just a beam that heals or damages depending on if you are on her team or not on her team. And we've seen May's ult quite a few times, but if you are new, she just freezes everyone within a certain vicinity if they stay there long enough. And it deals damage and slows people down in it if they aren't already frozen. 63% here for Northern Kentucky. Ball State. Wait, never mind. The colors are wrong. The colors
are wrong, yes. But May trapping 3 members of Northern Kentucky right here in this room with them. They're going to use the Reaper ult to try and get out. They're actually going to kill Jacob with the Reaper ult, but immediately 4 of them are going to fall, and soon the 5th, getting their 2nd team kill already.
I hate so much that I've called this almost entire round backwards.
I didn't catch that you thought that this was Northern Kentucky.
I'm glad I caught myself before going the entire stream, unlike some people probably would have. But Ball State, 99% to Northern Kentucky's 0. Joker Queen ult does go out there, gets none, but they do pick up the kill on the Kiriko there, as well as Sojourn, as Northern Kentucky's just trying to battle back onto this point and get any percentage that they can. The Maywall goes up there to stop anybody trying to get, you know, a quick little percentage on the point, and that is round 1 to the Ball State Cardinals with the assist of the black roster, mostly the black
Majority of black roster, yeah. You get Raven here, play the game. It's the Moira. Wow.
Yeah, there's the Moira ult. You can see they're all trapped in that corridor, and that is a perfect time to use it because it just goes through enemies. It doesn't stop once you hit someone. Goes through the entire thing.
Wow. Yes. Man, that was a great play of the game.
It would have been a lot better if I caught it in the moment, not thinking it was Northern Kentucky.
Yeah. It would have been funny, though, if we did cast Northern Kentucky. Just like, wow, they're playing so great. Yeah.
They came out of nowhere.
Whoa.
Round 1 goes to Ball State here. They do bounce back on Antarctic Peninsula. They lost around there Tuesday. I think that's really good. I can't wait to talk to someone on the team and get their thoughts. Bouncing back from Tuesday, that was obviously a very hard-fought game, and coming back and getting a 2-0 win on the same map that you lost it's got to any morale that was lost, it's got to be just right back.
Yeah, it's got to feel so good to get that win. Even though it's not against Ohio, but just to prove that you can still win on the map that you lost on. It's like there's no feeling like it.
And I also wouldn't be surprised if Ball State did get to pick the map. They're like, all right, we're going to our Antarctic Peninsula. We're going to show you that we can win here. It would not surprise me a single bit if that is what has happened. But it is Northern Kentucky's map pick now. They did lose the first map, and we're going to Blizzard World, another map that we were talking about last week that we don't see at all. This will be our first time all season seeing Blizzard World.
I honestly forgot Blizzard World existed. I
thought it was a payload map last week.
There's a payload for like a little bit.
Yeah, but it's a hybrid map. I completely forgot about the hybrid part and just remembered the payload part. But this map, it's very, very open. So a lot of aerial characters might be good here, but there is a lot of cover to get under as well. As you see there, that is towards the first checkpoint. That actually is the first checkpoint, that little roundabout cul-de-sac there. And you see a lot of the overwalks, the crossways, and here is a little spawn room here for the Heroes Arcade. Blizzard World, of course, a matchup of all of their titles.
Oh, yeah. You see so many references here all throughout the map as we go through it.
Bunch of movie posters that I'm sure Devin would be all over Carlos getting in one of the shots. So Blizzard World, something we typically don't see. What are you thinking we're going to see here?
I really don't know. I'm expecting maybe just something similar to kind of just what's considered good, what's considered what we usually play. Because although I don't really know what works best on Blizzard World, I trust that Ball State are just gonna choose what they know best. I saw. There's a lot of open space and with those catwalks. We could if you can't see Ghost plays, maybe he'll go to the Widow again, which I wouldn't mind seeing.
I wouldn't mind it either.
I want to. Depending if we got Spencer. Every time Spencer plays, I hope for the Hog.
Obviously.
Yeah. It's like
I was hoping they played on Ilios one time, and I was hoping they'd go Hog on Ilios. Well, they didn't.
They didn't?
They did. Not to my knowledge. I don't remember them going Roadhog. I think they went one of the normal picks.
That's so sad.
It's almost like a sin to not go Roadhog on Ilios, especially well.
That's his map. It's like that's the best. It's like the only map where Roadhog's like really good.
However, I don't think they went to well. I think they won in the first 2 rounds, and it was the other 2, and well was going to be the third one. But all of them, Roadhog still is a very good pick. You can hook them off the side, drag them off. A lot of different opportunities. Blizzard World also offers a lot of different opportunities as well. It can be a little tough getting out of the spawn. It can also be tough getting through to that first checkpoint, and then also at the end, because it switches entirely. It goes from outdoors open to indoors enclosed, super tight. A lot of hidden sight lines, as well as just corners that there could be a wrecking ball, as we see, just waiting for you, which I love that pick, the wrecking ball pick. So as you can see here, we have more subs as well. Ziegmeyer as the Ash. You can't see Ghost as the only
That's right.
I guess returning member. I don't like saying that because it makes it sound weird, but they're only the same player that was on the same team last round.
Yeah.
Jabobbers on the and Jabobbers as well. Jabobbers was last round.
Jabobbers was last
from
round.
the black team. Crow on the Zen. Zen is super good right now with the update.
Ooh.
And Lucio, who I've started playing more again because he has also gotten a little bit stronger than.
They made him stronger?
Yeah, well, because of the projectiles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about the change to Lucio's projectiles.
Yeah, so you saw it there. That's the first checkpoint that I was saying that you can probably get hung up on quite a bit. You see all those blocks. It can be tough to get through, and then you have to turn around and go through another really tough part of the map.
Yeah.
Pretty much once you get going on the payload, it's fine until you get to that first checkpoint. Then it becomes a troublesome task. But we see here, they actually run Symmetra pretty far out of the spawn, and they run it all the way to the point. But Jabobbers and Siegmeyer are back there to meet them and clear the point. 3K there by Jabobbers. Off of the black roster, doesn't matter.
That little hamster got big guns.
Big
He proved it.
Nah, he's not afraid to use them things either. He ought to keep that thing on him.
I'm imagining a hamster with a just carrying the biggest gun in the world.
The biggest thing ever. Probably like Winston's arc thrower or something. But you see there, Wrecking Ball, we saw it a lot last week. The high mobility, just high fire rate of Wrecking Ball makes him a difficult adversary to overcome. But we see it there as the Genji, Ana, and Zen, all three get the kill on Jabobbers. And here we see Ball State falling back. Probably can go ahead and conceding that first point for now. But they will be there to meet them right at that tough spot, like I said, towards the end of that first checkpoint for the payload.
Yeah. Oh, it seems like they're fighting to contest it right now. Jabobbers is back in the action.
They wrapped around. That's actually crazy. I didn't even think about that.
And it's working out. We got Twinkle Toes falling, Stubbs misplay in place. And other than Siegmeyer falling, there's a third team kill from Ball State already.
That was, I didn't even ponder the idea of wrapping around. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh my. I love that. That puts a smile on my face.
Man, and Northern Kentucky cannot be happy about that.
No. All smiles over here on the Ball State camp, probably all not very so smiles over there in the Norse camp. I'm sure there's some kind of Greek or god joke or something, but
Norse, I mean,
no, Vikings, what are
Vikings like Thor, you know, Odin?
Yeah, I was trying to remember what their is it? It's just the Norse gods, isn't it? That's all. Okay.
Just the Norse gods.
Oh my God! Here I am calling the game backwards, and now I can't even think of the Norse gods when the Norse are their mascot. Oh my! All kinds of thrown off here, but Ball State not thrown off at all. In fact, bouncing back quite a bit from that match just 2 days ago on Tuesday.
Now, Ash could be using their ult and is only going to get one kill, but you know, right now there's less than a minute, 40 seconds left until they win this round.
Enough time for one team fight.
Yeah, enough time for one team fight. So maybe that Ash should have saved the ult, but as they've been playing, I don't think they really need it.
I mean, if you look here though, they only need one more little tick on that little slice of pie in order to get the point, which is easily doable. But what's not easily doable is getting past this Ball State defense to get on the point to begin with. We haven't seen a team fight go NKU's way in the slightest, and we aren't going to see it anytime soon with that Transcendence from Zenyatta with only 4 seconds left. That should last until the round is over. 1 second left. It is contested. NKU is on the point. Ball State falling back a little bit, maybe trying to decide if they want to defend that hard or not. Jabobbers has no choice and is left out in the cold by Ball State. Too bad their attention was drawn elsewhere. Ball State comes out and it's just cleanup time for them.
But Ball State's coming back. They're pushing them off of the site. They're getting one by one. Winston falls, so does Ana. And now the Genji, and they pulled it off with a 4th team kill.
So last week, I think it was last week. I don't think it was Tuesday. It could have been Tuesday. I think it was last week. I talked about the poise of this Ball State team, just being able to wait and know when the exact right time is to strike. They saw 1 or 2 people die there, but they were confident in themselves. They bet on themselves. They said, we know what we need to do, and we can go out there and do it. They lose 1, they lose 2. Jabobbers goes down. It's last of the final 2, 2v2. I think it was actually 2v3 there at one point, and just very low health for that third member. Easily cleaned up, and Ball State just goes in there and does their job, does work.
You can never count Ball State out. They'll always make it back. Well, not always, but, I'll say it.
Ball State Overwatch.
Ball State Overwatch will always make it back. Here we go. Now we got Ball State on the attacking side. And we'll see if Ball State will be able to get that first checkpoint. Unlike Northern Kentucky, they were not able to. Here, it seemed the same. Right now, it's around the same loadout.
We aren't even going to see a sim teleport out of the spawn. I feel like that's pretty. That's pretty just standard practice in all of Overwatch. Like even in my Bronze 5 matches, I'm getting the teleport out.
I don't know. Maybe they feel like they don't need it. I mean, like Tracer's got her like blips, like teleports. Lucio's got the speed, and
Widow's got her hook.
Ooh, the Widow's got the hook.
Really, the only person that would benefit from it is Zenyatta.
Yeah.
Oh, we see the switch there from Widow to Ashe. So Ashe has got her coach gun, so
not as good as the hook.
Not as good, but
and she's gonna get spotted out right here.
I think Ashe is a really good pick here, though, because they have to get on point, and that coach gun can clear people off point. It has blowback.
Ooh, yeah, and you can't see Ghost gonna fall to Sleepy Star. Sleepy Star's gonna fall immediately after to, is it Jabbers? Is that how you pronounce it?
I say Jabobbers.
Jabobbers? Okay. Jabobbers low health, but being able to just roll out of there at any point.
He just lives.
Yeah. You gotta get him low enough, but you gotta make sure you
gotta trap him too. That's like you can get him low, but he's out of there. He's gone. He's gonna hot leg it out of there.
Oh yeah, he's like a wild animal when you trap him.
Call him Joseph Joestar when he's on like 5 health. He's gonna hot leg it out of there. That's his secret move, is running away. Ball State trying to get on point here. NKU, the Norse, holding strong. I think Ball State might. I'm not one to speak on the behalf of our team, but I think they might want to try and switch here. Jabobbers, I'm not saying the Wrecking Ball is necessarily the issue, but I do think you have to have more point presence just overall, because you have Tracer who can get on and off. You have Ashe who, if need be, she can get in there and get dirty. And so does Lucio, but...
Ooh, but Jabobbers is going to get a kill on the place using his ultimate with all those landmines there.
And that's surely the clear point.
Yeah, and with that D.Va ult getting no kills there.
But D.Va did fall, so this is the perfect opportunity for Ball State to push up and keep NKU off the point long enough to get this first point, and that will be game. There's not any hybrid here since NKU went first. You see that little yellow tick up there. Well, you don't see it anymore because Ball State won, but that's all they had to get. They didn't have to push the payload or anything at all, because all NKU got was up to that single tick. Now, if they got that point, pushed the payload a little bit, Ball State would have had to gotten the point and push the payload, but we see here Jabobbers on the Wrecking Ball. I mean, just doing work.
Wow.
Oh, he gets the knock. That's how he got 2 of them. Okay, that's how he got the triple kill. Wow. It was a 4K.
There was a 4K?
We were talking about Roadhog with the environmental kills. He says, "No, I don't need Roadhog."
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'll just knock him right off the map.
He says like, I got a different type of hook. Still does the same exact thing.
It doesn't matter.
It's better. I can get 4 people.
And not only that, I can roll. I don't have to stand still. I can roll.
Yeah.
Ball State goes up 2-0 here on the Norse. Match point for NKU. Tough spot to be in. These boys know it all too well. They were down 2-1 last week.
Yeah, and so, and not only do they know this what it's like to lose, they know what it's like to come back. So I think they know how to stop it. Hopefully.
So I did just get word that we are going to Savasa. which is where they lost that heartbreaking round 3 last Tuesday. I keep saying last week because I'm so used to Tuesday. They lost. Did you by chance get to see what happened?
I didn't.
So,
I don't know what happened.
So what happened was Ball State needed to get back onto the point. It was the final one, 2-2, overtime. Ball State needed to get on the point, and they got it. And they got a team kill, but the Tracer was still alive. Tracer killed 3 of them and then traded, and they gave the point to the Tracer, and so Ohio won. Oh, Tracer,
Whoa,
I think it was Tracer and Yakester, and they killed each other, but the Tracer was alive, I guess, like 0.001 seconds longer, so they gave the point to Ohio.
Wow.
Because Ohio had the point. I guess I should clarify a little better. Ball State had to take the point, and they got got their entire team on it. They lost one. It was a 4v3, I think, 4v2. They ended up getting everyone except it came down to Lucio and Tracer. They killed each other, and they gave it to Ohio.
Dang. Wow. So, yeah, Ball State is probably fired up right now.
They've been probably thinking since Tuesday about Servasa and getting on there. And I will be sure to point out where that point is on the map when hopefully we get there. If it's not in the first 3 and someone 3-0s one way or another, then we might not get to see it. But
that's true. That is true. But
so here's something I've been wondering. Every time we get Flashpoint, we get Servasa. Why doesn't anyone ever pick New Junk City for Flashpoint?
I don't know. It could be a competitive thing. Maybe
it could be, but I also feel like if it was a competitive thing, they probably wouldn't let Blizzard World in there either.
That's true. Yeah, Blizzard World is in there.
And Route 66. We saw that last week too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's like a specific reason.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what the comp might look like for Flashpoint or like this level of play for Flashpoint. But to me, both the maps are they aren't that far apart to differentiate.
Yeah.
Really, all I can think of is New Junk City has more enclosed points than Servasa does. I think almost all except for 1 or 2 on New Junk City is enclosed, and it's the opposite for Servasa. I think all of them are outside except for 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, that might be like a good enough reason just to go with Servasa. Because I mean, especially I know maybe it could just be something like Ball State doesn't like it, or whatever. Maybe Northern Kentucky doesn't like it. But here we go. We're getting into the game. We got a Torbjorn and a Doomfist on Northern Kentucky's side.
We did see Torbjorn Tuesday against. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was on Flashpoint against Ball State. Ohio picked Torbjorn.
Is Torbjorn good for the Flashpoint?
I mean, I could see how he could be. He could throw a turret down just off point. It's just like any other CTP. Just moves at breakneck speed compared to the snail's pace that normal capture the point is.
And it looks like they're not going Doomfist. They're going with the Junker Queen.
Talk about breakneck speed. Ball State zooming out of the spawn, already on point.
And again, not even doing a Symmetra thing. Just their
sheer
fast.
speed, their movement, which I think they might have learned from last week. They're like, hey, we saw that high movement last week. Let's go ahead and give it a shot this week. Seems to be working. And we see old Colin and Ricky. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm pretty sure it's Ricky. That's what Brady was saying earlier.
This Ricky?
Yeah.
It would be funny if his name wasn't Colin or Ricky. You would just go up to him nice job today, Colin. He's like, actually my name's Jonas.
Yeah. Oh, like the Weezer song, My Name is Jonas? I hate Weezer. So that takes a lot for me to make a comment like that.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm shocked.
I can't stand Weezer.
Heartbroken.
Just like NKU cannot stand having to face this Ball State attack. However, they did get the point. Ball State is cleaning up here. So
trading back and forth.
So I think May is the thorn in the side for this Ball State team, because every time they have lost a round, I think they have gone up against a May. And if you think about it, that can do a lot, especially on Flashpoint, slowing someone down.
especially if, as we were talking about, they're all kind of playing these like fast moving around characters. If you just freeze them in place, they lose so much.
Well, I mean, they lose all their mobility because they are frozen in place.
I was mainly saying like they're not. The mobility
I get you.
can't do as much, but yeah.
Ball State high mobility not working out for them here, but they do have the point and slowly counting. Probably enough time for one, maybe two quick team fights if they are quick. Lucy Alt does go out there for Northern Kentucky. They don't want another team fight. They want this team fight, and they want to win the point. Torbjorn Alt does go out, but so does Transcendence from Ball State's Zenyatta. Ball State still has the point, though. Even though it's contested, it is still going up. 75, 76, and counting. NKU needs this, and they need it badly. But that May ult clears everyone off a point and does give them enough to get at least halfway onto the progression of the point. But the rest of the team does not matter because they are all gone.
That was crazy, yeah. You know, I understand Northern Kentucky just didn't want to give Ball State even the first point, even if it's they could have regrouped, could have maybe thought of a different strategy over there. But I like the idea. I liked the fight. I like the determination, even if it didn't work out for them right then.
Yeah, the one thing I'm kind of upset, we haven't seen a Sigma at all, so I can't say on the dome whenever someone gets hit right in the face and with a boulder.
You could do that maybe
with a wrecking ball.
With wrecking ball.
If he
like maybe he lands on someone on the dome.
I was waiting to unleash it, and not quite there. Ball State rotating back around onto the point. They love fighting off the point, but unfortunately this is a point-oriented game mode. No team kill, no deathmatch, no for Ball State. That'd be kind of crazy if they added that to an Overwatch like map pool is just free for all. Yeah, deathmatch.
That'd be so
team deathmatch.
That'd be like a cool game mode. It seems like Ball State was able to just kind of get Northern Kentucky off the point, and you know that's, as we were just talking about, that's where they love to fight, and they like to fight, and they fight there the best. Right here, are we gonna get it?
Nah, just slightly off. But Jabobber's still doing work on that wrecking ball. I mean, we've seen it all night. He's just being a grade A nuisance, which is all you have to do on the dome! That should actually get a lot of kills there. 2K so far for Ball State. The Moira ult does go out from misplay, however, and they do have a Junker Queen ult, which those two could pair well together, but the Moira ult does deactivate. The Lucy ult does go out just to try and salvage this little bit of percentage that they have on the point, but will Ball State put an end to that? Not looking likely. Here, it looks like they might fall back a little bit here, regroup. No reason to press. No reason to press here. You know, we talked about the poise of this Ball State team. They lose one member, one support member, mind you, which is the backbone of this Ball State team, and they also have 2 DPS ults as well. So they don't want to go in there and they don't want to waste anything. They want to make this team fight count, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Wrecking ball on point. That's a great ult on point. Should clear ult. And if anyone was on point, they're more than likely very close to dead. Soldier ult does come out here, doing good damage. Good damage.
Yeah, did all right damage. I know. I assume that he was expecting a little bit more than that, but hey,
he did enough.
Yeah, he did great.
It did its part, and sometimes that's all you got to do. May ult does come out here in the corner of the.
And Soldier just quickly able to get out there right at the last moment. Has to fight this Junker Queen, but Hamster's gonna come in.
Jabobbers and Siegmeyer take that point at 99%, mind you. Northern Kentucky really held their own, and this was the point Ball State had trouble on, and they lost that round. So no surprise, Northern Kentucky throws up 99 on them, but Ball State does have the point. Will it lead to another heartbreaking end? I surely hope not, unless it's in Ball State's favor.
Yeah.
On the dome of the May, but she ice blocks up.
Ooh, and it's about 99 to 99%.
Oh, what a recall through his own tracer bomb.
Wow, yeah. And here we go, and Ball State just cleaning it up right here with, is that the 5th team kill? Is that the 5th?
Maybe 5th official team kill. I think they've gotten a lot of them where it's like one comes up right before the other one dies. They've had a lot of that happen, but a lot of winning here for Ball State. Not so much here for Northern Kentucky. 2-0 on the round. The Norths looking to bounce back here on another semi-enclosed point.
But after, if we're Ball State, kind of want to be a little bit careful here. Getting Northern Kentucky, they got to 99% on the last point. They're not, this is the most angry they're going to have to be all
ready.
night.
They're chomping at the bit to get back at this team. Back at the Ball State team.
So I was going to miss the dome a little bit and just run off. But I wouldn't expect it any other way. Using his ult right there as Cash and Cool and Ricky falls. And he's still going to be kind of going in there, even with the 2 deaths, just trying to get in a little bit of damage. Bear also going to fall.
Yeah, Ball State probably going to fall back here, regroup, and try to get their bearings straight. Because this is match point 4. Does that say JoJo's?
Huh? Wait. Is that? Are you looking at
Tejas.
I was wondering if you're looking at the movie poster.
Yeah, it looked like it said JoJo's. I was about to freak out. Another JoJo's reference. Ball State 2-0 on the series, 2-0 on the match. This point currently trending towards Northern Kentucky. Ball State doesn't look like they really have a whole lot of urgency here to try and get on this point. You do have a 2-point lead, so you don't have to force anything. You're playing with house money here, and you do get the pick on Twinkle Toes, but you also lose one of your DPSs in Siegmeyer. Looking to get the Junker Queen here on point. They do. The little boop there from Bear Zombie. I do believe that was on the dome of Sojourn, and it does get the kill. Zenyatta doing Zenyatta things. That big hitbox is proving to pay dividends here for this Ball State team. They do get the point, and they are at 15% already. That's how fast this moves. They just won that team fight before I even really finished what I was saying, and they're already at 25%.
Yeah, and that 75% seems so little when you realize how fast the point actually ticks up. They're already. Oh, Jabobbers is gonna fall to Sleepy Star, which not the best.
That's a big loss.
That is a big loss. I think Ball State, especially as Ricky falls as well, to Siegmeyer and Bear right after, they're gonna have to fall back and lose the point again. And that 76 is now going up. It's already in the 80s. If they want to keep this point, they're gonna have to make a move now. But I suspect, that they already got 2. I think they might just let them have this one.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. I doubt they have. I mean, Wrecking Ball probably could have gotten up there, but I think they're going to try and predict the next point. And as you see here, it did unlock, and Jabobber's already on point. This is the move for Ball State. I feel like, we see it in every other game mode. They love getting the point and then pushing off to the team and meeting them off of the point to keep as much commotion off of the point as possible. So this is textbook for Ball State. You want to get on that point, get it, and get out. That way you can go meet that team somewhere else. But not enough time here. The point doesn't unlock for another 10 seconds, and Northern Kentucky is already at the doorstep on the point, nonetheless.
Jabobber's already there. He has Zenyatta using his ultimate. Junker Queen using hers. And the point opens. And it seems like Kentucky's getting it for right now, pushing Ball State off. But Jabobber, is he going to get it on the dome? Maybe? I couldn't tell. But sorry, back away. Siegmeyer getting a kill onto Twinkle Toes, and Junker Queen also falling as well. Trisha getting 2 kills right there.
Cash was playing high level Overwatch right now.
And just like that, Northern Kentucky had the point a little bit. Ball State was off, but in an instant, Ball State takes it right back, and they're already at 15%. And here we go, just classic Ball State, meeting them off the point, pushing them as far up as they can.
See, and you would think that, when a team does this, it would leave something open in the back, like a back door or something. With how good these Ball State supports are, there is never an open gap in this Ball State team. And I'm going to say on the dome of May, because they killed her. It wasn't on the dome, but that was the finishing blow there from Jabobbers, and that's good enough for me.
Well, but Bear is going to fall as well. Oh, and Ricky switched off of... Wow, he switched onto the Baptiste?
That's not a terrible pick here, though. They might be feeling that they want a little more of damage output. So, that's a perfect pick here for Ball State.
Yeah, I don't hate the Baptiste pick. Baptiste, especially with his immortality field, especially Northern Kentucky likes to take a lot of their fights on the point.
So yeah, if you get that immortality field right in the middle of the point, that's, I mean, it's either going to be gone in 2 seconds or it's going to be what wins you that fight. It's really just if they have the awareness and game IQ to get rid of it, which I think NKU does, but it's still that it's a little risky to hinge your entire team fight off of a
one ability,
immortality field that can just get shot down almost immediately.
It might be like a nice plus, you know, like also we have an immortality field for a little bit, but yeah, especially if they pop it in the middle of a team fight or at the start, I can expect it to go real soon. But Tracer
NKU needs to be careful walking off the point like that. That's where Ball State loves to fight. Just off the point enough to get your mind off of it, and then load and behold, game over.
Oh yeah, especially if they go too far to the point and they take Ball State too far, I could see Jabobbers just kind of coming around the back.
Yeah, so could I.
But it looks like Northern Kentucky might get the second point. Ball State fighting because they don't think they really want to go to a third point right here, but it looks like that is what we're going to see. And it is 2-2 on the final point. And Jabobbers is already there.
Yeah, so once again, Ball State having troubles on Cervasa here. This was the round that they dropped to Ohio, one of the two that they dropped. And they're on the verge of it here. Match point for both teams, 2-2 here in Flashpoint. This match could either have a big momentum shift or a very, very high-paced, fast action. I just realized I said those backwards. Doesn't matter. It still worked all the same. It's going to be a good ending is what I'm trying to say. If this is the end or a huge momentum shift for Northern Kentucky that they desperately need. The Junker Queen ult and Moira ult are both up.
And Baptiste ult combining, but with that Made wall, it's perfect to block it off. But it has fallen already. Soldier's trying to get as much damage off here as he can. She's not seeing that much of. Jabobbers just spinning around.
This is a great point for a wrecking ball. You got that pretty much anchor in the middle. Junker Queen ult comes out here. We'll see if they get anybody. Oh my, 2 off of the Tracer ult.
2 kills with 1 bomb, and that is going to be great. Both their DPS is taken out.
Was that a 4K from Cash again?
Was it? I was not paying attention to the kills.
Siegmeyer picking up the last kill there on the Junker Queen. Pretty much a team kill. It's another one of those things that get a kill, they're up, but they aren't actually playing. They have to stay back and wait for the rest of the team. But another technical team kill, let's call it. A TTK, technical team kill for the Ball State Cardinals, clearing the point and getting the point already at 30%. Feels like it was just 2 seconds ago. Feels like they were just born yesterday.
Yeah, the game didn't just start. This is the 3rd point? What?
This is 5th. This is a 5th point.
Here we go. Northern Kentucky already back on that Maywall. Good, but not good enough that they can still get shots through. But May is going to get a kill on Siegmeyer. But, that May ult coming out. Not on point right here. Off. And I wonder who the May is using that ult on. Oh, but here we go. Ricky
it was the
kill.
2 supports of Ball State, but they
hung
in there tough.
To work.
Yeah, that's actually a statement to this team and just how good their supports are from top to bottom. You get caught in a May ult and you still don't die. I mean, what are you going to do?
And here we go. 100% already. Ball State takes the 3rd point. Takes the game.
I mean, yeah, 3-0 here from Ball State. NKU showed a lot of promise, though. That 0-5 record does not indicate how good this team is. This team is way better than their record shows as we get a play of the game here from Jabobbers getting out of that Mayall, whipping around, and on the dome of the Lucio there. That was the very first point. They get the Lucio and they get the May. And that was only the beginning of things for this Ball State team.
Yeah, going back to what you were saying, like, even for being 0-5, they were playing great. So that shows, like, if the team who's 0-5 is playing like that, then this league is crazy, and we're 5-0.
Well, now 6-0.
Now 6-0, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it just goes to show you sometimes records aren't indicative of how the indicative, I guess that's how you say it, is, I guess depending on where you're from, indicative, whatever. I don't know, it's weird for me. I come from a small rural town, so I have a southern accent, but I never grew up in the South, so it's hard for me. Okay.
Yeah. No, I understand. I get you. I was born in a salmon factory.
Oh yeah. You were
was-
genetically mutated in a salmon factory.
My parents were salmon, and the genetics, the science just was crazy, and I was born, and that's why if you give me the salmon genetics, I will grow to 8 feet, but I will also get gills and flippers. So, yeah.
That's interesting.
So I totally understand, but saying words certain ways, I still pronounce some things like bloop bloop,
Yeah.
and like
I understand. Language barriers can be tough. So what is the native language of the salmon?
Salmonese.
Salmonese?
Salmonese.
That's actually perfect. That's actually.
Salmonese, yeah.
It took everything in me not to just like laugh. Like I wanted.
There's nothing funny about my people's language.
There kind of is though.
Yeah, you're right. There's so much funny about it.
Oh man, when are we gonna open up the salmon human little?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be the kind of pundit for the salmons? Are you gonna be the ambassador for the salmon to the humans?
That's my goal, but only for esports.
So you only want the salmon to be able to play esports.
I'm trying to get salmon representation in esports. I'm hoping maybe, I love all our players, but maybe we get a few salmon players up there. A little representation would be pretty cool.
It would be. Esports is highly inclusive. I think they would take some salmon. It's like the dogs that ride skateboards and stuff. You gotta teach a teach a fish how to play. You think the genetically mutated fish can play Guitar Hero better than Carlos?
Immediately, I just hear Carlos from the back just going, "Shut up!"
I guess we'll never know until we teach a salmon how to play Clone Hero.
Carlos, I'll get the best Clone Hero salmon player I know, and we'll see. Carlos just said Esports. Brilliant.
That is brilliant.
That's oh my god. Yeah.
It'd take COD to a whole new meaning.
It would, yeah. It would. And it would be really funny if COD was the worst fish at esports.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, and they're like, here comes the COD playing COD again. They're
COD University. They suck.
They've gone like 0-30 all time.
Never won around. Never won around. COD University, Salmon University are running the show. The top 2 teams down there, Salmon and Bass, just really good, really tough all-round teams. And I mean, you got all kinds of different players. You got the largemouth bass, you got the smallmouth bass,
yeah.
you got the saltwater bass.
Pro Shop.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't got their own shop. Come on now.
Yeah.
They already got sponsorship deals. What does Salmon have? Salmon is a small market team. They can't compete with the global empire of the bass.
BSU, Bass Shop University.
Bass Shop University.
Great, but not at esports. Or they're all right at esports. COD University, not the best.
Not the best, but we got one of the best players from tonight. We got Cash and Jabobbers. On the wrecking ball. I mean, I love the wrecking ball pick. I respect the hell out of that pick. All night too. All night. So, first question. You go to Antarctic Peninsula Tuesday. Varsity team loses. Who picked that map? What was it, us or was it them?
It wasn't me.
They picked.
They picked the map?
I'm pretty sure.
How does it feel to get a win on that map knowing Tuesday you lost on that map? Well, not you guys, but the team as a whole.
I just stepped up and they just need me to play, so I don't know. Just had to fill in.
Yeah, we just had to bring the heat for
game.
Good old Red Ross.
Melt the ice.
Exactly. Yeah.
So NKU coming into this tough game Tuesday, coming into this NKU, not the best record. I feel like they performed pretty well for their record.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel the same?
I mean, they were 0-5, right? Yeah, I mean, for 0-5, I would my expectations pretty low. So they did pretty good.
They did pretty well on Suravasa. We kind of trolled the 2 points we lost, but we came back. We took the dub. That's all that matters. So
there was a lot of unorthodox maps. So Blizzard World, Antarctic Peninsula, we hadn't seen at all until Tuesday. Blizzard World, we didn't see at all until today. And then Servasa, it's just a lock for Flashpoint. As a player, when a map that you may not practice a whole lot, or you may not play a whole lot, or even see a whole lot, how do you adapt your playing style to maps that you might not see a lot?
So like, I don't know. You tend to play a lot of like the more popular maps. Like you play Kings Row all the time, but like you go Blizzard World and it's like, man, I haven't played Blizzard World in like 2 weeks. Like, it's just kind of like, gotta get the gears flowing and just remember how to play it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think we touched Blizzard World once in any of our scrims. Like, I don't think we touched it at all.
That was such a decisive victory, too. Well, Matt, for a while, it did look like you guys were about to lose that first point there. What was kind of going through your guys' heads? Like, because it seemed like you guys were playing calm and collected.
Yeah.
Jabob's was just on ball. It's GG.
Yeah, we're playing ball, so like, we're like, well, as long as I have like at least 5 seconds to get the point, like, we can stall for at least a minute, so. And we have you can't see Ghost on Tracer, so he's just cleaning up. So.
Yeah. I'm good with my questions. You got any more?
I had one and I threw it to you and I lost it. Give me 2 seconds. If I don't have it, I'll let you go. There's no use in keeping you guys up here. Oh yeah. So Tuesday we saw a very high mobility comp from Ohio that gave our varsity team struggles. You guys had a very high mobility comp tonight. Was that kind of mirroring or just happened, just coincidence?
I just happened to be like a ball player, so kind of like forced it, but it worked.
Yeah, the new update really pushed out like ball Zen meta Tracer, and as soon as that came out, we were like, we gotta like learn this comp in like 2 days, so when we're on the big stage, we can just ball out and just win. Yesterday we were cooking in scrims, so we were feeling pretty good coming into tonight to play it. So.
Yeah, so stepping up ESC, like I said, NKU, not a record to write home about, but how is it playing on the stage compared to normal scrims, or just even playing on stream compared to just normal at home playing against University of Illinois or whoever?
Yeah, it's a whole nother just atmosphere. Your teammates are right next to you. You get that fist bump after every map. I personally enjoy playing the arena more. Yeah, I just feel a lot better. I don't know if it's just the environment that I'm in, but yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, it's definitely a confidence booster when like you get a good play and then you hear the casters like 10 seconds later and they're like,
it's the casters. it's us. They're the reason they play so good. We can take all the credit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's a lot of hype when a lot of people are in here like, woo, let's go, and stuff like that to our plays and stuff. So you guys are a part of our victory here. So.
Oh, don't be saying that. You're going to inflate my ego. You can't inflate my ego anymore.
There it goes. There it goes. Okay.
No, but I think that was all I had. You guys did great tonight.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see more of you up on the stage, especially the ball. I like I said, I respect the hell out of the ball pick.
Well, thank you so much for having us up here.
Oh, well,
yeah,
it's a pleasure.
of course.
Thank you for winning, really.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Yeah, thanks for playing so good that we could. The casting went like water, just like in a river, flowing with all the salmon coming upstream.
I was literally about to say. So coming up next week, we got COD versus Salmon. COD hasn't won a single game in 30 rounds. They haven't won a single round in 30 rounds. Who do you got, the COD or the Bass?
I kind of believe in our boys.
COD? You think so?
You believe in the underfish?
COD with the upset? I can believe it.
You think so?
I can believe it.
Ooh,
Well, you heard
that's
it
tough.
here.
But hey, if they're saying that COD's gonna win, I mean, we saw what they can do up there.
I'm ready to say I'm not one to speak over them,
Yeah.
so I gotta go with COD too. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
Upset-
I'm hoping COD wins.
Upset of the century. Just like Appalachia State up at Michigan up in like 07, 06, whatever it is. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being up here. I'll take that from you. Like I said, can't wait to see more of both of you on the stage.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. And just like that, another week in the books for ESC Overwatch. And just like every week before, Ball State ends the week going into next Tuesday undefeated.
Yeah, it feels, it kind of just feels a little bit just like the same, it's just kind of like, okay, stream's over, but also fire inside of me. It's burning a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter, it's getting a little hotter.
I know I'm hyped up every time I come in here just because I know what I'm about to see is so good compared to everything else I've
Compared
ever
to
seen.
what I can play.
Well,
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You know, I'm bronze 5 for a reason, but
yeah, when I'm playing, they're like, "What are you doing?"
hey, come on, dude. Why are you playing Life Weaver? I don't know, man.
Sorry.
He's hot. What do you want me to do?
His shirt's off. Have you seen his hair? He's pink.
Anyway, I think that will do it from us up here in the salmon export of the U.S.
The U.S.
My
and
name,
soon the world.
Yes. Oh, we're coming. I think like
who's number
I
one?
think Sweden and Denmark are like the 1 and 2 or something. I mean, it's only a matter of time before Muncie, Indiana, genetically mutates enough fish to overthrow Sweden and Denmark. But that's all from us tonight. My name has been Austin, a.k.a. Gare Bear, the Sandwich, Crispy, whatever else.
And I've been Zane, a.k.a. Pokey Penguin.
Make sure you follow us and stay up to date with us on all of our socials. BSU.
Wait, we got the box.
Was that not being boozled?
Did we reach? Was it not being boozled? We're supposed to open it, I think.
Oh.
But real quick before we sign off, I've been told that we're supposed to open it. I was not expecting it to just fall. Well, here we go. I already did this, so.
Yeah! 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 Jump that paper! Jump that paper! Jump it! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, you teach that paper who's less. Yeah.
I'll clean that up.
All right,
It's
well,
okay.
I think that's it from us here tonight. We already gave the names, so we won't do it again. Follow us on all our socials, BSU Esports, X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you love yourselves, love each other, and have a beautiful rest of your night.
See ya.